78 Sports TV here. All right, a few people on Facebook wanted me to respond to the news of Al Haymon and CBS Sports working together. We know yesterday Kathy Duva came out and spoke about this on BoxingScene.com is where I first seen it. Didn't really want to talk about it until I saw all of the demand for it. You know, people seem to really care about this, and people are asking the question, you know, is this a good thing for boxing? So let me respond. If Al Haymon does bring fights to NBC Sports, he brings his fighters over there. I know he has some stuff working. He's definitely working on something behind the scenes. Okay, that's obvious. But if he brings these fighters over to NBC Sports and puts on good shows and stuff like that, and it's not trash fights, but if it's good shows, I think that it's a great thing for boxing. Even if you're just going to showcase certain fighters, I think it's a good thing for boxing because you're giving them more exposure to more fans. And as a boxing fan, I'm all for the growth and development of the sport of boxing. I'm all for new fans coming into the sport of boxing. That's how boxing survives. That's how boxing grows. Okay? These fighters today may be making more money than the fighters were making yesterday, but I guarantee you they're not more popular than the fighters were yesterday. See, they're just not more popular. All right? The fighters today don't get even though you have social media, you have all this stuff out here, it's the connection to the people, and that connection is on network television, right? That connection is going on Saturday Night Live, David Letterman, talking to people, being on the covers of magazines, having endorsements. Those things are lacking in today's sport of boxing, okay? So many fighters don't. I mean, even the guy who at the top, Floyd Mayweather, doesn't have endorsements and things like that. So when you look down and you look at Andre Ward, and these guys don't have no endorsements, you never see them anywhere outside of some local, fight hype or boxing scene. No disrespect to them, but I mean, those are only people who know about that is boxing fans. That's not like ESPN or something. You know what I'm saying? So these guys don't get the exposure that they should be getting today. So I think if Al Haymon were to bring these guys to NBC Sports and put on good shows, I think it'd be a great thing for boxing. All right. Of course, I'm skeptical, but I'll keep my opinions to myself. I'm skeptical because as boxing fans, we have been fucked over. We have, gotten our all excited and shit, and then be let down later. So what I'm hoping is for the best. I'm hoping that Al Haymon pulls this off, puts together competitive fights on network television. I still have old VHS tapes recorded in EP. Remember that? How you can record it SP, EP, LP. I used to record them shits in EP and record. Actually, my father used to record fights that came on regular television, and then I started recording them, and then we just go back and look at them. You know what I'm saying? These were great moments. All right, and then you bring more fans into the sport of boxing. Can you imagine, guys? Okay, just for a moment here, let me take you to the biggest fight in boxing history, which is Mayweather-Pacquiao. Regardless of how you guys feel about it, it's the biggest fight in boxing history. This is why everyone keeps talking about this fight. They keep talking about it. Look at the comment sections, okay? It doesn't matter what you talk about in the video, somebody's going to bring up Mayweather-Pacquiao. That's what people are talking about. You got people in rap battles talking about Mayweather-Pacquiao, right? You got politicians talking about Mayweather-Pacquiao. You got actors and actresses talking about Mayweather-Pacquiao. That tells you guys boxing is right there on the cuffs of being super popular again. All we need is that big fucking fight, okay? And if it fuck around and be a good fight, all right, they can have a rematch. We right back on top. You understand? This is why people are so adamant about these two guys getting in the ring and fighting and getting this shit over with. Because I think a lot of boxing fans have fatigue. I think casual boxing fans are starting to get fatigued because people are just fed up with it now. They're like, oh man, I just don't understand why the fight hasn't happened. Blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to go down that road. I'll just say this. I know that this is impossible. I know that there's too much money involved. Okay, I understand that. But could you imagine? Just hear me out for a minute. Could you imagine if on network television you got to see Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao? Do you know how many people would be tuned in? Every fucking bar, every goddamn strip club. Every home would have that shit turned on. It would break records. It would break TV records. Okay? It would smash shit. Okay? They could still make a lot of money. They probably wouldn't make as much as pay-per-view, but they could still make a huge amount of money, I'm sure. But like I said, man, that would bring so many fans back into the sport of boxing. I think the key all to all of this success is not just the network television, but getting that super fight done. The super fight has to be done next year, at least next year, man. It has to be done for the sport of boxing. Otherwise, people are going to lose hope. They're going to lose faith in seeing great matchups. That's just my opinion. But if Al Haymon does this, it'll be a great thing for the sport of boxing. All right? 78 Sports TV. I'll holler.